All right, YouTube, welcome back to another video. And today I'm pretty excited to bring you guys this unboxing of the new Samsung Galaxy Chromebook Plus. I have been reading about this. I've been waiting on Best Buy to get it in stock. I was hoping that they would have had one on display for me to play around with and test out, but they don't. So I decided to take the plunge and go ahead and purchase this device. And I did it for you guys. So make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you're hitting that like button. I appreciate you supporting the channel. If you have been following me, you know I'm a huge fan of Chromebooks. I've reviewed a ton of them. Just go back to previous videos and you can watch Pixelbook Go. There was even like a 4K Samsung Galaxy Chromebook from back in the day, a few years back. So definitely a huge fan, and I am super excited to see what this one brings to the table. So just to bring you up to speed, this should be, I believe, a 15 or a 15.6 inch device, OLED screen. I believe it's a 60 hertz. I don't believe it's a 120 hertz display, but we are gonna find out what this thing is all about. I am hoping and praying that the speakers are good, because I know that's a huge issue a lot of times with Chromebooks. But let's see what we get in the box as I knock over flowers. Oh boy, this is gonna be a problem. Oy. All right, so we're back. I definitely just had a blooper there. I knocked over my wife's flowers that she got for her birthday. So she'll probably kill me tomorrow, but either way, we are gonna make it through this video. So let's continue with our unboxing here. Let's see what you guys can expect to get when you pick up this device. All right, so we get a power brick. Let's see. It just says it's a super fast charging brick and some really small print. Can't really make out if it's a 20V or what it actually is there. I'll have to do some research to see how much the wattage is for that. And that seems to be all we really get. Let's lift up the device here. All right, so we get some literature. Let's just crack it open. Let's see. We've got our cable and our normal Samsung literature. So nothing really special there. USB-C to USB-C. Some pretty good packaging. This thing is supposed to be super light. And here we go. So that is the bottom of this guy. It looks like this is a speaker grill here. And maybe here. Now, I'm usually not a huge fan of bottom firing speakers, but we will definitely test that out. And there is this blue, and hopefully we can kind of pick this up on the camera. It's like a really darkish, bluish tint. Hard to pick up on camera. But we got a little branding there with Samsung, little Chromebook Plus branding there. Look how thin this thing is. So here we go. We've got our port selection. We've got our USB-Cs. We've got I believe that's an HDMI port there. Got our little lip in the front there. Hopefully it'll pass the one finger test. And on this side, we got a USB-A port, a micro SD card slot, and a headphone jack. So there we go. And let's set it down. Let's see if it passes the test. And it does. So very nice. Let's see if we can adjust the camera just a little bit to give a little bit more here. All right, so here is our keyboard. We've got like a new, I guess, an input key or insert key, whatever they refer to that as. We've got our Google key. We even got our number pad on the side here. So, man, this thing is pretty light. I will say that. I believe it's 2.5 pounds. We'll have to check the stat sheet, but it is definitely thin. So as you can see, barely thick enough to cover the ports. Really nice, large trackpad. Keys feel pretty good. But we'll go ahead, we'll get it powered up. I'll get my information loaded, and then we'll see what this thing has to offer. All right, guys, so I have all my information in the Chromebook. I've been playing around with it for a little bit, and I've got some early thoughts, mainly good thoughts, a couple of concerns. Maybe we'll start with the concerns first. One concern, and something you need to be aware of, is the biometrics or lack thereof. It would have been great to have some sort of fingerprint reader added into this device somehow, some way, but they did not. So you'll have to either enter a password or maybe use a PIN code here to get into it pretty quickly. So that is one area that I wish they would have addressed. Another thing is screen brightness. So this is a nice OLED panel, which is probably why a lot of you may be interested. However, I find that the panel isn't as bright as I expected. I mean, when you crank it up, it does get decently bright. I don't know if you guys can kind of see it there. My concern with that is battery life. So if you're going to have to rock this thing at full brightness, it may start to eat into that battery life that is supposed to get us around 13 hours. I don't know if it'll reach 13 hours if you got it cranked to the max. Also, with the screen itself, I did not know it's not a touch screen, so just be aware of that. You do not get a touch screen. It's a nice OLED display, nice thin display here, but no touch screen. So keep that in mind. And it's only a 60 hertz panel. So I know there are some Chromebooks out there that have like 120 hertz or better. I think I've seen like 144 hertz or 165, something to that effect. So there are, higher refresh rate screens on Chromebooks now. So maybe a missed opportunity there. But overall, not bad. I've got it pulled up here on Best Buy's website so you guys can see the specs. So 15.6 inch AMOLED display. It's got the Intel Core 3, 8 gigs of RAM, 256 for the storage, and it's Neptune Blue. So I know in the unboxing piece, I did not know the exact name. So it's Neptune Blue is the color. So some good things about this device. The performance has been really good, pretty snappy, going in and out of websites and whatnot, loading up videos and whatnot has been pretty snappy. The keys are very good. So pretty good key travel. What I like about the keys, it reminds me of the Pixelbook Go. If you guys are familiar with that device, they have the Hush keys. I've done videos on the Pixelbook Go, so you can look back at some of those videos. But it definitely reminds me of that keyboard. So, and also a really large trackpad, really nice and smooth. You can go in and adjust like you could any Chromebook, adjust the speed of the trackpad. I always have mine on like fast or the fastest, whatever it is. So no issues there. Speaker quality is okay. It's downward firing speakers, which is not my favorite, but it sounds decent. All right. So some decent, you know what? And I don't know if we can get a little sample here. Back to another video, and today, man, oh man, today I want to talk about that's max volume, guys. The hate that Samsung has received. So max volume, man. Not the full sounding speakers I'm used to, say, on the Pixelbook Go. To me, that still holds the title for like the best speakers. But keep in mind, those were front facing, like front upward firing speakers. Those were really good. So that's kind of the standard to me, at least in my opinion, in my experience. But these speakers are probably passable for most people. So, and you probably use an external Bluetooth speaker or something like that. But this is a nice, massive screen, right? 15.6-inch OLED panel. Very light device. Like I said, I believe it's like 2.5 pounds. So pretty easy to carry about and go about your way. So if you need something that's very portable, but still gives you a nice big screen, this might be the Chromebook for you. Now, what I will say though is the filming of this video, we are October 10th of 24. I'm going to predict that this device will go on sale before Christmas. I'm hoping that they drop this thing. Right now it's sitting at $6.99 and they give you, they give you like a $50 Best Buy gift card right now. That's the promotion right now. But I'm gonna throw it out there. If they drop this device, at least $100. I'm not talking about a gift card. Take at least 100 off. I think it'll sell like hotcakes at actually $4.99 instead of $6.99. I don't want to be disrespectful to the device, and I know some people will eat me up in the comments. Oh, that's too cheap, blah, blah, blah. Listen, taking $200 off of this thing would make it very competitive because specs-wise, it's not matching up with some of the competition that's already out there, especially with only a 60 hertz refresh rate for the panel, even though it is an OLED panel. I think the sweet spot is around $500 for this device. I would say if you can find it for like $500, this is an absolute great deal. Anything more than that, I mean, we're talking $6.99 taxes. It came to like $7.55. You can find some really good devices, you know, even outside of Chromebooks for that amount of money. You could probably get a really good laptop, like a Windows laptop, or even MacBooks are on sale for $7.50 right now. So something to consider. But overall, not too bad. A couple of things I wish they would improve on. You know, always, I love great speaker quality, so they could do better there. And at least make it a touchscreen. So even if it's not 120 hertz refresh rate, at least giving us a touchscreen would have been great at that price point. But you guys hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions about this device. And until the next one, peace.